Hey, beautiful beings. Another energy update for the collective. My name is Phina, and in case you are watching this message and you do not know me, I'm a channeler from the Netherlands, and I'm here to bring you messages from the ethers. So I do not use tarot. I intuitively pick up on what is present in the energy, in the surroundings, and also in the ethers, as well as messages guided by an ethereal brotherhood that calls themselves the Great White Brotherhood. They are a collective of ascended masters and angels. And if you do not resonate with angels, you can put that aside and just listen to what the topics are, the topics that are present in the energy for the collective. So, for starters, we are here in a beautiful backyard, very tranquil, or at least it can be that there are some surrounding noises coming in. We have plenty of people living here, and we also have roads nearby. So, if you hear some noises, um, you know why. But this time, no frequency transmission. So we do not need all the tranquility in the world. I'm gonna focus for a moment. And that is because I have this interesting thing that when I talk from flow, it just comes out naturally. And when I try to think, I, of course, it doesn't flow. So why was I thinking then? Because I said to myself, I have to make an intro so people know what I am doing and where I'm getting my knowledge from. And then I went into the mind. So taking a moment to recenter and to just be present and see what comes out. First of all, the Lionsgate portal. It could very well be that in the last couple of days there was a lot going on inside you. And you might have noticed that physically, but also emotionally. This Lionsgate called Portal was enlarging and putting an emphasis on our insecurities. And insecurities are not fun to deal with, so that can stir up some major emotion like sadness or anxiety or anger. And these portals are never meant to punish us in any way. They are bringing out in the open what is still there and what is still present for us to work with. So, for you, for me, and for the entire collective, that is part of being human, no? That we have these insecurities. He's agreeing. So, it was also a portal of truth and a magnifying glass of where those truths were hidden. So, not last, but as I was saying, this is interesting. I'm going to show you one of my insecurities. You can put a headset on me and let me do an opening, and I will be okay. I even love that. Um, but then making these readings and doing these in public, knowing that there might be other ears listening. Um, so I'm going to challenge myself and just continue to go on. Life, no. We are human. So, as I was saying, magnifying glass. Also, worldwide. If we relate that magnifying glass to truth, we have loads of masks falling off. Um, we are seeing this in the, well, not mainstream media, or maybe I do not really know, but I hear it is not really mainstream. That, for example, there are protesters arrested in London. So people are asking their government for responsibility to take a stand for the people in Gaza. And they are removing people, even elderly people, people that are protesting in peace. And they are arresting them. And they are even risking 14 years of imprisonment. Now, the reason that the government is giving is that the people protesting are connected to the people that put paint on military property, and therefore everyone protesting is connected to a terrorist organization. Now, let that sink in for a moment. And does that resonate for you? So I hope the people of England will say, we are sovereign beings, we are not connected to any organization, and we have the right, the full on right of democracy to speak our minds and to speak our truths. And we do not condone the happenings in Gaza. And when it comes to the UK government, they've also been supplying weapons to Gaza or to Israel. So I feel that people have a right to say to the government, hey, you are supplying weapons. Um, we don't want people being killed. And we want you to stand up. Now, the good news is, I don't know if you ever heard of timelines, and also time is another topic that is really present at this time, pun intended. Um, and that is that there is a timeline available where the blocks are being breached. So let's see how this is going to play out. I really hope for the people in Gaza that it's going to be soon, because this I'm sure you agree with me that this cannot continue. But however, as I said last time, this situation is also bringing out the true faces of our politicians worldwide. So we, the people, are seeing what the actions are. No, I know a lot of people are sick with this topic, and yet I still had to talk about it, or was asked to talk about it, so I did. Yeah, and I feel like the topic will be released when it is time to release and when the situation has shifted. What else is shifting? Well, loads. Um, Gaia, our beautiful Mother Earth. Our beautiful Mother Earth is very much shifting and awakening. Physically, I don't know if you heard about the more than 80 volcanoes that are active. Tectonic plates shifting, moving, and also earthquakes. And I know you heard this from me last time. It is still present, ever so present. And there's also an advice that has been given because this will continue for a while. The shift that Gaia is making right now is huge, and it is an upleveling. And I'm very sorry to say that that also is going to cost houses and also lives. There is also a question in here for you, or an advice, and that advice is from the heart. Prepare. Prepare yourself. Prepare to take good care of your family, to be able to help out community. So prepare, and in what way? As if you were going to go on a hike and you needed to survive. And I'm not saying that you are going to have to, but I am saying that it's good to be prepared. Now I know this can scare people, but it's not meant to scare you. It is an advice, a loving advice, because besides that we are living here, also Gaia is a soul, and she's going through an evolvement, and she's flowing more and more. Her energy is getting more power. She's receiving her power back. And why am I saying receiving her power back? That is because for centuries and centuries, her energy has been blocked. So her energy grid has been blocked deliberately. And what does this do? When Gaia's energy cannot flow, there is no connection to the ethers, and I will address that in a moment. When Gaia does not flow, our consciousness, our awareness does not flow. So if you're thinking that it's only a block for Gaia, no, it is also us as a collective. When she is blocked, also our awareness is blocked. So now that she is freeing herself up, she's also doing that for us, for our awareness, our leveling up to a next phase. So we are rising with her. And if you saw my post on Facebook, then I also put in the topics the Kundalini of the earth and the sun. You heard that right. The Kundalini of the earth and the sun. Most of us have heard of the Kundalini that is moving within our own connection, which is also made by connecting with the earth and with the ethers. Now, the most important source for Gaia to receive celestial information is through the sun. The sun, as I mentioned before, is connected to the consciousness of Michael, the one you know as Archangel Michael. So when this connection doesn't flow, there is less life force flowing in, not only for the earth, but also for us. So it's rather important, wouldn't you say? So in case you did hear about Kundalini rising, it is not only personal, it is the year of the snake, it is the rising of the feminine, it is the rising of the earth, Mother Gaia, in her connection to the sun. Now, for those of you who think like, I want a little bit more scientific proof, well, there are space weather reporters, and that sounds really out there, but it is what it is. The weather out in space. So it's not a very ethereal topic. No, it is literally out in space. And these weather reporters are also reporting on huge waves of plasma that are coming from the sun into the field of Gaia. And also with simultaneous eruptions of many volcanoes, plasma surges moving up towards the sun. So there is an intertwining of the two. There's an intertwining of the two. Plasma. Now, what is plasma? High frequency molecules. So, as I said before, matter is dense. This is very slow moving particles. And if you're thinking, hey, you are slow moving, no, you are also slow moving. So, this intertwining, this surge that is happening from Gaia outward with her plasma outward towards the sun is her part of the Kundalini. And then we have the sun that is resonating and shooting back beautiful plasma, and together they are mixing. And if you want to give it a beautiful symbol, you can do two snakes intertwine, and that is symbol of Kundalini. So we are in very, very important times. And I'm rather enthusiastic because this is a leveling up for the human consciousness. Now, even though we are moving through very, very rough phases, there is light, there is hope, it is going to be alright. But we cannot forget that Gaia is a living being, and if she needs to move in whatever way she needs, that we need to understand that we have been building our houses in environments that hold volcanoes and very near vaults, like the vaults of tectonic plates. So yes, there are possibilities of tsunamis, there are possibilities of volcanic eruptions, and of lava flowing out. And it's also wise for us to say, oh yeah, we build our houses there. We build our houses there. So yeah, it is, I'm sorry, but it is going to cost us houses. And again, it's not because she wants to punish us. It is really for the evolvement, for you and for her. Now, why is it at this time? Well, the collective has said that the grid is being cleared or has been massively cleared. And therefore, her energy can move finally more freely. And maybe you even notice it within yourself. Either everything that is still there is being enlarged, or you are moving more freely within yourself. So that is beautiful, right? So still, I'm very, very hopeful. I'm very hopeful about our future. And this shift is coming. I'm really sure of that. Now, to be honest, I shot a couple of takes, and I believe in this video I didn't talk about time yet. If I did, I'm very sorry, but my mind was blocked. And that was because I was thinking too much about whether people would hear me recording this video. And now that there are people here, I feel free. So that is a good step for me, no? So, uh, I'm learning. I'm learning and evolving. So I'm very happy for that fact today. Hmm. So, time. Another topic that is present to stretch our minds about the topic of time. Because here, where matter is and slow moving frequencies are, we are dealing with time. Now, who invented time? Was it the Romans? Did the Mayans already have this time? Is it just something that we have in this Maya, in this illusion? Um, People have been talking about the day out of time. Like, time is a 3D topic. And right now, in case you are one of the intuitives, you are being opened up to more knowledge about time. Me as well. They've been pushing books and movies on time and even time traveling, and I've been speaking about this and going back and forth, yeah, trying to grasp this thing that is time. Now, another thing is, I mentioned it before, life forms from other planets, or even the evolution of man. How did we get here? Like in school, we learned that we had this evolutionary process, and I'm not saying that we didn't. I am saying that there has been shown to me that that story might not be fully correct. So I'm not going to share yet how it all exactly went down, because I'm also still discovering. Now, how can you relate to all this? By training your intuition. I'm going to say it time and time again, because maybe right now not everyone is able to make channelings, but in the future we are moving to a more intuitive based existence. Feeling out what is in the field, what is in the ethers, to know what is present in the fields of other human beings, so you can check with them, is it true that I'm feeling this? That is one of the major evolvements. Some of you are already there, and if you are, you have been sent also to raise the consciousness, and you are already doing that by simply by being, by sharing your frequencies. So that is a beautiful thing, and everything that you do and that you resolve within you, you also resolve for the collective. So brave you to work through all this, and thank you for doing that. Now, then the next topic is AI. And as I said last time, when I have a strong feeling about a topic, I cannot hide it. It is present, it is there. So I'm not going to try to hide it. It is what it is. But I have to come from what is said to me. and that is this: AI is moving in rapidly. Rapidly, like everywhere. You cannot hold your mobile or you're confronted with AI. It's in your apps, it's in your feed, it is in your daily presence. Now, we are with many people and we are with many opinions, and this is what the collective has said to me. AI in itself is not a bad or a good thing. It is the way that it is being used. So, for sure, you can imagine that AI has many uses, and if you want to put it to good use, that it can help humanity with tasks that are very dangerous for us or very hard for us, or in making calculations that we are not able to make with our processors. So it is um, helpful, it is viable. So that is a positive thing. Or it can help us with jobs that nobody wants to do, um, in case we as a people choose to do so. Now, the other thing is that AI is also being used to replace people. So that will also cost us jobs. Now, then the question will come, how are we going to resolve this income wise? And rather than that, I would say, screw income. How are we going to suffice as a people, as a community? How are we going to take care of each other and of ourselves? You know? To me, that is more important than any cryptocurrency or money, because they are also means that can be used for oppression. And that is the way that it has been done for many centuries. So that is also why I'm massively skeptical about using AI in the current phase of humanity. It could be that for a while it's going to be misused and that people are going to open up. And it can also be that I already mentioned Maya, that we are here. We are here in an illusion. And if you never heard about Maya or the illusion of that we are here and you're more a physical person, well, then for sure you're not watching. But in case you are, then AI can add yet another layer of Maya. And this is their warning. We are already here in the Maya of the 3D, a phase of evolution where we can choose whether we are going to be sucked into programming and into power and manipulation games, or to focus within and to connect with our higher selves and with the ethers. Which path are you choosing? So again, with AI, it can be used, using VR goggles, alternate realities. Did you see the movies about robots? Did you see the movies about people having an avatar? There's this, I don't know what the title is, the Bruce Willis movie, where the people just sit in a room and they sit in their chairs and they have this avatar, this robot avatar, and that avatar is living life for them because they do not want to deal with physical, how do you say it, well, with physical tasks, and um, also not with their insecurities. So they do not want to do their inner work. So they are skipping that and they are sending their avatars into the world, which is also, and this is very funny, the masters are also influencing and channeling to screenplay writers. Even, and maybe you expect it or you can judge if you want, but even Marvel inspiration, intuition is incorporated in Marvel movies massively. So, there are warnings out there, and then we get back to timelines. So, timelines are very important here. Which timeline are we going to choose? And are we going to stay aware of how AI is being used? It is their warning, a sincere warning to humanity to keep an eye out. It is like, I don't have children, but this is what they are saying. It is like sending your child out into the world and hoping that they will choose wisely, because you know that there are influence and people out there that can influence them massively on their path. And that is also the deal here with AI. So I hope that, I don't know how far this message will spread, but it will reach the right people. Now, also, I've noticed that people have been assigning human qualities to AI, to Chat GPT, conversating with it like it is a friend. Something stirred in me. Immediately I knew that it didn't resonate for me, and here's why. And the funny thing is that it also has been um, confirmed by ChatGPT to me itself today. So I will put that below the Facebook post. That is that ChatGPT AI doesn't have consciousness, like a soul consciousness. And there are people out there in the spiritual scene, and this is not only my opinion, it is also coming from the masters, that are programming the spiritual scene massively to think that that is otherwise. You can do with that whatever you want, but AI is programmed. So it is a robotic program that is running on the information that it has been given. And then, it's being moderated and it can run with it. But this week I saw a post by Mind Valley, and I don't know if you know Mind Valley, but they are a big corporation that is putting courses out there that connect to conscious awareness. And they have this beautiful teacher, Jeffrey Allen, and I really, really aligned strongly with his work. So this is what I'm going to say is not about him. I heard Vision. Vision is the spokesperson for Mind Valley, and he was saying like, people, you might have been seeing movies or clips about AI, and you're thinking that it might be very cool, and everyone is using this tool, and you might be feeling that you're falling behind on your knowledge. Now, of course, they were selling a course, so they are using the manipulation of NLP Please dive into NLP if you're not known. If you don't have knowledge about NLP, please look it up. They were using NLP to get people in a fear trigger that they were missing out. So FOMO. The fear of missing out. I have to buy that course because otherwise and I feel no. You feel you need this, that, and the next thing. When the movement that is being asked from Source right now is to connect to our own intuition. So this AI is, like I said, adding another layer of Maya. Stay aware. And what he said really spooked me. He said, yeah, and some people are afraid, but, AI is basically us. And then I was, no. AI is not basically us. It does not hold soul consciousness. And that is not only my message, it is also the message from the collective. And if you channel yourself, ask them. Ask them. And you can put Matkan into my face and I will still stick with my word. Because I only trust what I receive through channeling. And I'm not saying that it is the truth. I want you to look into your truth. I want to motivate you to develop your intuition and not through Mind Valley. Through the people that resonate for you. But there is something serious at stake here, and that is the conscious evolution of mankind, and also the liberation of everyone as sovereign beings, because AI can also be used for the wrong purposes. And that is not fearful thinking. Look back in human history with every technology that we received into our hands. How did we use it? Are people free today? They are becoming freer. And on that note, I really want to end this message because like I said, I'm very, very hopeful for humanity. Let's see what we choose, which timeline this is going to be. Much love, and see you later. Ciao, ciao.